All right. We're now working on Gary's truck after a full GoPro charge. And we're replacing the fuse block in it. This thing with the old glass ones, like that one's broke, that one's cracked. And we're trying to figure it out. We found out that the instrument cluster light is in here constant. And then we had to go through basically and find what needs to be key on and what doesn't. So his instrument lights, when you pull the light switch, it turns the headlights on, that's supposed to stay together. So we have a fuse, a single wire fuse block basically, and you can't really see it, but right here it says 2A, 2 amp. So we'll put a 2 amp in it, and that's what he's putting together right now. And this other one is going to go to his hazard and stop, which is a 20 amp, because you want your brake lights to work if the car's not running, and you want your blinkers, your flashers if you're like broke down. So those are being on these things constantly. The other ones, which I think there are, let's see, dome light, cigarette light, and then AC, and then washer wiper. All those are key on. Here's our main power wire, which happens to be the same color as the main power wire non-key on, so we had to go and make sure we get those right. But what we'll do is we're going to put the main power, after countless testing. Did I bring the block over here? Is it down here? Where did I put the block at? The fuse block, is it in here still? We have a 10 amp or 10 channel fuse block. We're gonna order a 5 later, but to get the truck running and everything, we can just pull them out and then put them on a 5 one. So our key on switch for power goes here, and then all the other ones get their amperage. Like one was a 15, we'll put a 15 here. We'll label 10 as whatever it was on that fuse block, and we'll be able to use, instead of those glass fuses, we'll be able to use these fuses, which are much nicer to work with and not hard to break, pulling in and out and testing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So right now he's crimping those together, getting them crimped up, and I'm gonna get over here as he works like a Hebrew slave. Basically, we're wiring all that stuff up down there. So once we get it all wired up, we'll show you, because there's not really a good space to put the deadgum camera and work at the same time with 2 bodies. So we'll be right back. Yeah. Okay. So we got one done for the hazards, which is a 20 amp fuse. And then once I take the dash out and everything, because we're going to paint it, it's all metal, we're going to redo all the harness anyway, so this is not a big deal for now. Everything else has got butt connectors and rat shoe rings. So it's going to be a gremlin fight. But we got one of the constants, which is hazards, with the 20 amp fuse, because that's what it called for. So if I pull the flasher, you can hear it clicking. So it still works with the key off. The other key on was the light switch for the dash illumination, which he's doing right now. And all we're doing is basically crimping them up now. And while he's doing that, I'm gonna go up in here and start crimping a whole bunch of female crimps for the other wires that'll go to the fuse block, which is in the garage. So basically we need a bunch of red females crimped onto here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get those real quick. We'll get some heat shrink on them, and then we're done. Easy peasy, right? Shouldn't be too bad. That's what I say every time before it's too bad. So, and I have another old case, but I don't seem to have any females in there. So we get these real quick, and then we will test the truck and make sure everything works right, and go from there. Okay, so we got the fuse panel mounted up in there, got the fuses where they go. All we gotta do is take a heat gun to the heat shrink right here and shrink it around the female part, and then tuck up our new ones, probably zip tie them up here. But now, you turn the key on, and everything works again. So you'll hear the radio, static, with the radio working again, cigarette lighter, dome light, they all work again. So, washer, nice. And that was it. That's all she wrote. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So now he's got a modern fuse box in here, and then later on we'll get one that's like a 1 through 5, because I think he wants to run a sub someday, so we'll have a 5th one for the amp for a key on. But yeah, that's all she wrote. One modern upgrade.